Yeah.
Bianca, talk to me about any questions you have. Did you come over with a question?
Yes, I do. So this is about from the quiz. So I was like trying to solve it. It took me for like what 7 attempts, and that's like way um like I didn't do that usually because usually you get like 3 attempts. So there's like one equation. Wait, are we going through the absolute value?
Just share me with yours, and I'm gonna adjust. It helps me time for
Oh,
how much I got to get through before the end of class.
it has to do with quadratic formula. So this one is let me see here because I just pulled it up from here. It was 2x squared plus 11x. Wait, actually no, not 11. Minus 11. Minus 3 equals 0.
Okay, so let's try to wrap actually this one up because Karen, you and I just worked through the quadratic formula. Would you mind explaining to Bianca how you do the quadratic formula, and then we can do this one quickly together as well.
For the quadratic formula, you can first see if you can factor, but if you cannot factor, you will have to plug it into the quadratic formula, which is the negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And you will have to identify in the equation which one is a, b, and c. So in this uh, thing, a will be 2, b will be negative 11, and c will be negative 3.
So
So
let's
when
pause for a moment. Bianca, how's that feeling so far?
A little bit okay. Like I can identify it was A, B, and C, but the thing is when I plug it in, it gives me 0.
Okay, so let's keep going. So we'll keep going from this one. Karen, what would you do next?
so in this case, since it's a negative b and your b is a negative, the two negatives will be a positive, but and then you do plus or minus um, square root, square root, and then negative 11 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 3 all over 2 times 2.
Okay, so notice a couple of things that I'm doing in my notation, and if you aren't copying this down, I recommend you copy it down. Notice how I'm using parentheses everywhere, like I'm overabundant use of parentheses, and I'm doing all of that so that I can capture if the negative number is getting put into a place that has negatives, or if it's a positive getting put in it, like I'm using parentheses all the time, so that if I have a negative number and I'm putting it in a place, I'm keeping the negative with the number, and I'm keeping the structure of the equation still true. Are we seeing all that? Bianca, we're good? Okay. So go ahead and we'll do this one together. I'll help us through this one. So negative 11 is going to be 11, plus or minus the square root of negative 11 squared would be 121. Negative 4 times 2 would be a negative 8, times negative 3 would be a positive 24, I think. And then that would all be over 4. So I think
Can
all
I
in all, that's going to get me... Go ahead.
accept that? Huh?
What did I do?
Okay, so from there you will basically you will bring 11 plus or minus square root of 145 over 4.
Perfect. And if you wanted, you could see if we could simplify this up a little bit. 145 could simplify down to 5 times, what would that be? 29? I think it's 29. And then I think that doesn't go down anymore. So I'm going to say that we're done. 11 plus or minus the square root of 145 is going to get us a number. Divided by 4 gets us a different number. Those are the numbers that are the solution for here.